Hello, everybody. We're here to talk about Novatech and our experience being in the platform. John, could you give us the disclosure section of
I
our
wish
show?
I will do my best. um, this discussion is for informational purposes only and your entertainment. It is not a guarantee of future profits. Please only use money you can afford to lose. And I think that's got most of it, but there's probably more.
Yeah, we're not here to sell anything. We're here to talk about our experience with Novatech.
And we're not getting any benefit from this.
We don't gain anything. We're not authorized by the company to talk about things, and we may get some things wrong.
Yeah, well, I mean, the bottom line is we're excited about it. We've been doing this for, each of us in varying degrees for weeks or months at this point. And we're all having very good results. We're all happy. And, instead of misery loves company, we want to share the love and let everybody else just make some decisions on their own, whether they want to investigate doing this for themselves.
This company has been in business almost 3 years. Al got in first
Right.
of us.
Right.
I got in shortly after that. And Henry got in next.
I was the last one in.
So we've been in for 13, 14 months now
Right.
of the 3 years. And they have never failed us thus far.
No. I mean, the platform has had some hiccups because of internet issues, but there's hasn't been any problem getting your money out. There hasn't been any problem with profits. There hasn't been anything that you're really concerned about. Every site gets a hiccup on the internet here and there, and if you're patient, it fixes itself, or they get it done, and everything's back good. So, we want to let you know that nothing's perfect.
And the thing I really like about the leadership in the company, the CEO and the others, they don't overpromise. They always talk straight. They're not about hype and spending the big money at big, extravagant shows and bringing in all this mania.
They're not standing around their Lamborghinis with all the chains around their necks and look at my new mansion and we're flying off to Fiji this weekend.
Right. No flashy
No,
talk
none of
and
that.
that kind of thing.
And that always scares me because okay, you're doing that with my money.
That's right.
Right.
Do I really want to emulate someone with a bunch of gold chains standing in front of a Lamborghini? Like that's something that I'm going after. Frankly,
No.
that's the opposite of what I want to see.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
What I want is steady,
Stable.
stable earnings that beat what I could get in a savings account, and without the current, like right now, the ups and way downs of the stock market.
Right. Right.
And with the ability to withdraw whenever you want to
Yeah, on a weekly basis.
on a weekly basis.
And speaking of withdrawals, they're so good about that. They have something unique. We've been in lots of platforms, a lot
Right.
of flaky
Yeah.
things along
And,
the way.
we've been burned.
We've been burned.
We've definitely been burned.
We've had successes and all that, and we've been in for over 3 years now into the crypto space. So we
Investing
know
here and there.
we know what's going on, and this company has something I think is really very unique.
Right.
All the other ones with the Forex crypto, they have drawdown. You can't get your money out. It takes 3 weeks, takes 6 weeks. There's a broker in between that is somehow you have to beg them to get the money out.
There's
Every
always
week,
an issue.
every week, Friday morning, it's
Right.
ready.
Right. I was the first one in of the group of us. I got in 14 months ago with a recommendation from my friend Carla. I was a little bit skeptical because I've been burned before, like we said. So I only put $1,000 in at the very beginning. And when I saw my money double in 4.5 months, and with consistent reports every single week, I thought, well, I'm going to, I doubled money. I put another 1,000 in, and it doubled again in another 4.5 months, and I put another 3,000 in. And so and I found out
It's just consistent.
after a year, I calculated, multiplied my money by a factor of 6 in 1 year. So it was like,
But you see, that's really the beauty of this whole thing. The PAM account, which is fully automated. They manage it for you. They have somebody in each of the time zones doing their trades, assisted trades with
They
the
have
computer.
20 or more traders
Yeah.
all across the globe because crypto never stops.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
always
right.
going on.
That's great. And they test the traders to the nth degree and make sure they're really
Yeah, and
competent.
they're saying we want you to stay within this zone. We don't want you to get really great trades out here because if you're shooting for really great trades, you're going to get some really bad trades.
Right.
Right.
So they say this is our zone right here. Stay in the zone.
They have a conservative approach in a risky environment. Think about that. I mean, not everyone wants to put all their money into a high risk area. And let's face it, this is a higher risk type of product. that
Look,
they have.
you and I and Henry and we've all sit there going, okay, how much money can I really afford to lose? We'll put a little bit in, see where it goes. And we're always sitting there going, there's signs. We've learned there's signs of when things are about to go south.
in the past.
In the past.
right.
Yeah.
And we keep an eye out going, I'm not seeing any of that. I'm not seeing any of those. There's none of that. What's going on here? This is feeling pretty good.
They are definitely a unique type of the way they've constructed the different components. They've taken all the best elements of the multi-level marketing portion of this company is not so great, and that's a good thing because you don't want the hype and
Right,
and all the money
exactly.
to go to all these marketers and
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
regular people. We're not marketers.
Right, and to mitigate the risk factor, you figure out when you want to pull your seed money out, your investment money out, so you're just dealing with profits.
At that point, yeah.
That's where I'm pulling my seed money out now. So in a short order, I will be dealing only with profits.
And that makes you feel so comfortable. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay,
It's-
and then you take a little bit back. Now I'm in profit, and I can leave the rest just sit there and work for me.
Right,
But
exactly.
I've got my seed money out. I've got a little extra out. I'm ahead of the game. I'm good. You don't worry about what's going to happen next. And
Right.
and you get to that point, and it's like, wait a second, it's still performing the way it has been.
Even when they had a big crash during the pandemic, it did as steady as a rock through that entire episode there.
And you're probably wondering what kind of returns are we seeing? We're not going to tell you that these are your returns, but what we're seeing. And I've been tracking each week. Now I've been in probably 3 months, I think it is.
Yeah.
And I've been tracking the percentage of return each week.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we are averaging over all those weeks a 3.25% return.
per
Right,
week.
per
right.
week.
Per week.
Right, and they reported from in December, mid-December, they reported for the 6 previous months. For the 6 months, they reported 3.44%.
Yeah,
average.
now I'm not talking about 3.25% return.
That's per week.
That's it.
That's per
this
week.
is 3.25% per week.
Right.
So
right.
now you get into multiplying your money.
Right.
This is, if you listen to the radio, you hear people talk about, hey, we can get you 20% return on your investment, 50% return on your investment.
They don't
This
make-
is much better than that.
and they don't make those
Yeah.
promises. They just say this is what our history is.
Right.
You
Yeah.
take the chances, but this is we've been doing very well.
My question is
Yeah.
this sustainable?
Is it sustainable?
Right.
You always ask that.
It's
That's-
sustainable because they don't have the multi-level marketing hype and paying all those guys way too much in compensation. I just saw a popular one. It's in the process of going down, and it's like they started last July or June, and
Oh,
I
yes.
was looking
Yeah.
at them. It's called I won't mention the name.
No.
But anyway, they pay their hyped marketers way too much, and that drains the resources.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that it is nice to have people that you sign up underneath you. There's a little bit of a perk. It's nice.
That's some
But it's-
referral. Yeah.
The referral thing, it's good, but you're really going based on the actual product, their trading abilities for you.
Return on investment every week.
Crypto,
Yeah.
Forex. They also have a mining operation, crypto mining, that is turning a profit that they've reported to us.
And they also look at the stock market, but it's primarily crypto and Forex.
They keep tabs on what's going on in the news. They pull out and they're not invested during turbulent times. They're very careful.
And you're forgetting one other thing. They don't take a fee from us every single month once you hit a certain point.
Right. Once
That's
you
right.
reach
And
20
and
right.
before that, the fee is
small.
Small.
$25
Yeah.
a month.
The monthly membership fee is 25, and once you get to a certain level, it's zero.
And I
the
think that's
monthly
what,
fee.
25,000.
25,000.
So
right.
once you hit 25,000, the monthly fee goes away. And the way they make their money is, like we were saying, we're averaging 3.25% return on our money.
Mm-hmm.
But it appears that they're averaging somewhere around 5, 5.25, 5.5.
Right.
And
Right.
they get that slice off the top,
Right.
and we
Yeah.
get the other.
They pay all their traders,
Right.
they pay their
Right.
expenses, they're running.
They take 30%
Yeah.
up the top, and then they give us spread out the rest
Yeah.
of it for all the investors.
Can you tell the market cap, how much the market value?
Yeah,
value?
the one area that is not fully disclosed, let's be honest, is the internal workings of the company. They keep it proprietary. It's a good and a bad thing. The good part is they don't allow the whole negativity that pretty much brings down a lot of these platforms. They keep everything positive, straight. Information is given. They answer all questions. The support is like very quick.
Support has been awesome.
They know
yeah.
from the past how to, what is wrong in the past by other dealings with things that they've done, and now they've perfected this thing. That's the way I look at it.
And they have a history. You can observe all their past performance. They have these performance charts. You
Yeah.
have
you
easy
can
access.
look at that. You
easy
can look at the
access
whole
to.
history.
Right. They have,
Yep.
they have a lot of videos that have all kinds of explanations of everything going on.
And if you
In the
want-
back office,
right,
the back
and,
office is extensive as
Very-
far as
very
all
ex-
that
yes.
information.
and if you
there.
want to trade your own account, they can do it. You can do it within this platform.
yeah, there's a manual.
And there's
right.
even
trading area.
there's even training so that you can learn how to trade your own account.
Very few people are good at trading their own money.
Well,
it's a
you
pa-
can't watch your
it's a-
money 24 hours a day.
Right. It's a passive income. All you have to do is every Friday make sure you reinvest or withdraw on Friday so you can get the maximum benefit for the next week.
I'll say this. I know for a fact good traders can make at least 5% a week. I know guys that are doing that.
Yeah.
And they've trained for a year. They're really sharp, and they make the money. So
And they
but
have to sit there and watch
They
it.
work hard to do
They
that.
work hard to get that 5%.
they'll work. They'll use AI software maybe, and
I'm
they'll
lazy.
also
I don't want to work that hard.
They'll-
I'd rather have them work that hard for me and give me 3.25% return on average.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
hands off. I don't do anything. All I do
Yeah,
is
yeah.
go in once a week and decide, am I going to reinvest this money, or am I going to take some of it out or all of it out?
right.
And I can do that without a flinch.
Okay, let's talk about some, if I may, and maybe we'll edit this, but we'll find out. Al, what's your current positions? Your aggregate, you have
The total around 62,000.
You're at 62,000. You started at what?
It's 7,000.
You started at
That's if you calculate what I invested and roll it back to when I first started, it's about a $7,000.
and it wasn't 7,000 beginning, but
No.
you've added.
I've added a few, but if you calculate back to in December, if I put everything in at that time,
Right.
then it would calculate to
Right.
about 7,000.
And Henry, do you know what
When I start out, I think it's April, I started with 5,500. My immediate goal is 30,000. Maybe the beginning of February, I'm looking at 50 to 60,000.
Yeah, yours is growing strong. And you've
yeah.
added additional
Yeah.
funds because your confidence has grown with the
Yeah,
platform.
I'm hoping that that $1,000 a week could be coming as soon as possible.
Withdrawal, you're saying?
Withdraw,
Yeah,
yes.
and that's the thing. These platforms, they want you to leave the money in forever and never take it out. That's not the case here.
Right.
Every Friday you can withdraw
Right.
the
You-
profits.
How often have you been withdrawing?
Actually, I have been withdrawing for 3 straight months.
And no hiccups.
No hiccups. It enabled me to push past the break-even point, so I'm not in risk anymore.
That's
And,
great.
And my accounts, I made them grow very fiercely over the last
Right.
6 months, and then I started withdrawing to meet the risk level of my money in there. Get the seed money out, they always say.
Right. I pushed a little bit further on the risk. I just did my first withdrawal this week, so I'm in for the next 16
I haven't
weeks.
withdrawn yet at all
I'm
because
so-
still trying to get that mass up.
Right.
But I started September 24th. I spreadsheet everything, so I know everything down the line. So I started with a small amount. I think it was less than $1,000 on the 24th of September. Just wanted to see how everything was working. And then shortly after that, I put the rest of my funds in. And I think I had about $20,000 in there all total. And I have been in since September. So we're now talking, let's see, right there. So 17 weeks in. And I am now at $36,892.
My present
Nice.
amount is roughly $67,000, and I'm pulling out around $2,500 a week.
For me, I've got two accounts, one for my wife, one for me. I'm letting her account grow, and I'm using my account to take out the seed money. So my vision is to, by the time this coming December happens, my wife's account will be at $150,000. We'll be able to put $5,000 out every week.
Would that be a good
that's
idea?
what we're looking
Wow.
You want to
That's what we're
withdraw
looking
the
at.
money till
Should-
the seed money,
Yeah, you want to,
and then you know.
but you have to do that based on your own comfort level.
That's right.
You know, I'm leaving mine in a bit longer because I'm trying to gain that mass a little bit quicker. Dave's been pulling out for 3 months, but he's got his seed
Seed
money
money
out.
back, yeah.
You know, once I hit a certain mass, I mean, let's put it this way. In March, I'm going to start splitting it. I'm going to take some out, and I'm going to leave others in.
Reinvest. Okay,
So
makes sense.
I'm going to start pulling out 500 a week for myself, middle of March. And then by June, I'll be pulling out about 1,000 a week, but leaving the rest in. And then if everything continues on track the way it is, somewhere around August, I should be pulling out 1,500 a week and leaving the rest
Wow.
Right, right.
in. So I'm still growing while I'm pulling that seed money out.
That's a good plan.
What if you don't withdraw the money? Could be a bust.
Well, you know, this is the threat with all companies, you know, whether they're in this high-risk area or not. 3 years coming up in June is their 3-year mark.
But let's be honest. Every other platform that we have tried over the past several years,
Right,
they go for about 3 months.
3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months. 3 months, we start to see signs of things going south.
Right.
And you know, we've been lucky. I mean, we've gotten out on most of those just barely by the skin of our teeth. And on one or two, we lost a bit,
yeah.
but not horrible.
Overall, we've done well.
Because we were so paranoid
We're
that we
alert.
kept an eye on it.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
their
keep an eye on
business structure is completely different than what we're
Exactly.
experiencing now.
And this one, you know, I hate to say it, but I feel like I'm being lulled into a false sense of security because this one is just so basic. Nothing. There's no hiccups. There's no bumps. There's no bruises.
I call it.
It's just steady income.
I call it kind of a high risk bank account because you have the ability to interact with them on a weekly basis and pull money out, reinvest, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Now the money that we're pulling out is your profit for the week. We're not pulling out the
the base
Trading account stays
yeah.
put.
Yeah, this trading account stays put.
They call
And
it
you
bonus
can-
money.
So you
Right.
can take that profit that you've earned for the week and reinvest it into your trading account,
or
take it out, or split the difference, which is what I'm going to be doing.
right.
Or take it out and diversify into entirely different.
Right, you can do whatever you want with
project,
it.
right,
But now,
right.
if you do want to get some of your trading account money out, you can do that too. It just takes a little bit longer because they want to unwind. It's invested in all these places. They have to unwind it a little bit. But so far, nobody's had a problem doing that either.
No one really wants to that I know of. They want to just keep reinvesting because it's such a.
Is there
Yeah.
a market review, like outperform, underperform?
Well, actually, they've put out quite a bit of articles for the CEO, the COO, and the third person in charge. So if you type in NovaTechFX, you'll find lots of like very good profiles. These people are out there public, and they're very proud of their company.
And they have Zoom calls all the time you can participate in.
Oh, yeah.
There's 2 Zoom calls weekly. There's so much information in the back office available, and this is important actually.
And there's bonuses.
Yeah,
And there's bonuses.
The whole bonus thing is a nice little perk. That is good.
And the one I was thinking about was if once you hit that 25,000 mark, you get 1% of your profits for the past month. So it's a calendar month. So for those 4 weeks, they take what your profits were, and you get, I think it is 1%, isn't it?
Yeah, they talk
Is it
about
1%?
they talk about 9 ways to enhance
to make money.
within the system.
Yeah.
That's
The
one-
very
That's a
basic.
nice little perk.
That's
It's not-
one- that's
I mean,
one
it
of-
really isn't
Right.
that much, but not that
Right.
much over time
Yeah.
keeps adding up and
I
making
mean,
something.
It takes a lot to understand the whole system, and that's what I was saying. The back office, I totally think that it's important for everyone to go in there and look at every menu and see how it works.
Right. There's a
what
compensation
the-
plan. There's a compensation plan in there that you can digest, and it's
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
very,
Just
very informative.
Get to know it. Listen to the CEO when she's giving a talk. She's excellent.
Yeah.
I mean, she sets the right tone for any business, and I just
There's no hype, and that's
No
what
hype.
I love about it.
Yeah.
There's no hype.
yeah. She just gave a talk at the New Year's, and that's available. That's a very current.
What's the
video.
benefit of a sub account?
Good question. The sub account allows, like, say you have family members. I have family members. I have a son, and I've opened up accounts for them, and they become a little extra. That's another way to make money is to create sub accounts for family members.
The referral.
Or referrals to anybody really, but that's the sort of an immediate way that people do this to enhance the earnings.
And if you want to make a change to, I mean, the way you get your money out is you have to take it out in a cryptocurrency,
Right.
and you have to ship it off to your exchange, and then you can cash it out or do whatever else you want with it. But if you want to go from this exchange to a different exchange, they're very cautious about how you go about setting that up. They want
They've got good security,
very
lot
good
of
security to make sure that can
authentication.
happen.
two-factor authentication.
Right.
They're always improving the workflow within the website.
Has to be a crypto?
Everything's crypto.
Everything's done in crypto.
Now it's marked in terms of value in dollars, but we get crypto in, we get crypto out of this.
And you can convert it to dollars
Right.
in whatever
What if
wallet.
the crypto drop the value?
Well, it's a current trend. By the time someone watches it, it's probably way different.
Yeah, but
price.
but the difference is they're trading crypto pairs, or they're trading monetary pairs, Forex.
Right,
So
Forex.
you don't really care if they're going up or down. You just are looking for
Yeah, yeah.
the change between the two and building off of that.
And staying out when it's volatile. That's what they do.
So
Yeah, that's key.
if you want to convert to the U.S. dollar right away, right? When you withdraw,
It depends.
depends.
It's a conservative way to do it. Yes.
Yeah,
conservative way.
yeah. There's a whole workflow that's just probably
Well,
for a very different video. But
if it would, like what Dave was doing is he was taking his cryptocurrency, putting it into his exchange, and rather than taking it out in U.S. dollars right away, he was letting it sit there because the currency in which you had it in, you were pretty confident it was going to be going up.
I like Litecoin. It could be Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin. That's how to get money in and out of this company. And Litecoin has the lowest fees, so I
It's
naturally just
it's
gravitate
cheapest to
towards
run that way.
that. Significant too. So
Right. $2 versus $30 or something.
Somebody
like that.
call you?
we're live right now.
The car's blocking my car. I can't get out.
Okay.
mine is.
All right. All right. Well, let's take a pause.
We got in 1 week 3 times what you would get on an annual basis in
Wow.
your
And
savings
a, and, a,
account.
and a great account in the bank.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, we're wrapping up now. Thanks for listening. Would you like to add anything?
No. That's
Well,
enough.
all I can say is making your money work for you. If you think about a savings account,
Yeah.
you get, let's say you're lucky and you find a place that'll get you 1% interest. That's 1% split over 12 months.
Holy
Since
shit.
the inflation rate is like, what is
Zero.
it, 8% right now?
Yeah, you're
losing
actually
money.
losing money.
Inflation.
Last week in the stock market, my portfolio has just died. It hurts so much.
Right.
The one shiny spot in all of this has been Novatech.
And we made 3.25%.
We made 3.25% for 1 week's worth of using my money.
Right.
I'll leave you this with this thought. Do not invest more than your
You can afford.
tolerance
You can afford.
for risk allows.
Yeah, more than you
know
can
what I
you can
mean?
afford to lose,
Yeah,
basically.
I mean, you don't want to lose anything, of course, but
And
you don't bet the house. You
No.
I have a
you
question.
measure, you measure it.
Did anybody use margin?
No,
Borrow
there's no-
money.
There's no, well,
There's
you
no margin.
could,
It's
but
dangerous, I know.
It's dangerous, yeah.
But nobody does
There's
that.
no margin in this.
Oh.
Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, you guys, we know this thing works. You know,
Yeah.
it's just amazing how well it works, and you just keep waiting for the other shoe to drop. Going, it's too good.
That's why I
too
hesitated.
good.
That's why I hesitated that first $1,000 and
know.
didn't add to it for
Yeah.
another 4.5
know.
months.
You put a little bit. You test it. You put just a little bit of money in there. Going,
Right.
okay, and then you wait to see it fail.
And it took me.
And you go,
it
see,
took
I
me-
knew it
took
was
me-
gonna
took me
fail.
6 months to get him on board to really pay attention to it.
Yeah, but
Distracted with other platforms.
You put the
Yeah.
money in and you go, okay, I know I'm going to lose this. I'm putting it in, and you're waiting for it to go away. And you're waiting for it to go away, and you're going,
Right.
wait a second. I actually made money.
Yeah, right.
What happened here?
Yeah.
So your immediate goal is take the seed money out.
Well,
If you-
everybody
you-
has a different approach.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the
To
sooner
protect.
you get your seed money out, the sooner you are completely safe.
I know the
from
last
loss.
project we were in, you were really nervous about that. And
Yeah.
Halfway through, we started out really good. After about 3 months, it started really looking
And I
sour.
kept saying, no, we got to get out of this.
Yeah,
we got to get out of this.
I heard grumblings from you early on, and that was a good good
You
time to
weren't
punch out.
liking the cut of the jib of those guys.
no.
There was so
I
much hype involved with those guys.
Yeah,
I
they're
just-
all hyped.
Well, not only
That's
that, but
big
they
time
kept
hype.
they kept trying to create new products.
Yeah.
New
Right.
products.
Yeah.
Hey, new shiny thing over here. Don't look over here. Look at the new shiny thing
a
over
new
here.
broker.
And the,
Let's
and,
go
and the-
here.
and the
let's
two
go
guys
there.
leading it were not
Another
really seeing eye to
question
eye.
No.
Yeah.
Are there any competitor?
But we made money on that one. Still.
We made money
We
on
still,
that.
because we got
and
out.
we're grateful.
Yeah, and
got
we got
out
what we
when
did.
the getting
Very
was
grateful.
good.
Yeah.
There's no competition?
For Novatech. I
Well-
don't know if there's another platform doing the same
Oh,
thing.
there's
but I
many.
There's
There's
lots of competition, but
dozens and probably
it depends on what you trust.
maybe even hundreds of platforms out there.
but it's
None that we
it's-
know is as good as this.
This one,
We
so
were lucky.
far,
We found this
so
one.
much better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
it's so
You
much,
know?
this one's so
Yeah.
much better.
How
Thank
many
Carla.
subs-
She's the one that
How many
actually.
subscribers? 50,000?
Well, that's in the back office. It has
Okay.
all the
So it's
account.
not big.
We
huh?
need to find that out.
Yeah,
but
we'll take a look at that.
Okay.
Right.
Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Right dismissed.
Good investing.
Happy investing.